you ever look back and realize that you've probably made a lot of financial mistakes in your life?
Yeah, man, you made some stupid mistakes.
Why are you here?
I'm just being honest. I'm just saying what you said. Why are you getting mad at me, man? But for real, I don't know who would do some of the things that you did. Like, I'm ashamed.
Okay. Well, I know I have. What's up, guys? My name is Darren Jackson. Welcome back to the channel. And we are approaching the very end of the year. Some of you guys might have made investing as a New Year's resolution last year. So you're probably approaching 1 year with investing in the stock market at this point. And maybe as you've gone over time and learned how valuable a dollar can be when used properly, you've probably reflected back on the past and realized I probably made some really dumb mistakes. So I've done some reflecting myself, and I've come up with 3 financial mistakes I want to share with you guys. Some investing related and one that's not. Hopefully you guys can learn something from it, and maybe it's something that you're going through currently, or hopefully you guys can get a good laugh about it.
Woohoo! That's hilarious. That was funny. That was funny.
It's not funny.
Wasn't that funny? I thought it was hilarious.
It wasn't that funny. I was just joking.
Wait, it was a joke, right? Yeah. Isn't the purpose of a joke to laugh? You telling me that I can't sit here and laugh because you decided to tell a good joke? It wasn't supposed to be funny? You told me you had 3 mistakes. That's mistake number 4 right there. Jeez, man.
Okay. So if you end up enjoying this video, make sure you leave a like at the bottom and definitely comment about some investing mistakes or financial overall mistakes that you may have made in your past, whether they're kind of sad or they're just hilarious and you just really want to know why past self did that. But with that being said, let's get started. So the first financial mistake I made revolves around dividend investing. So if you guys have followed my channel, you'll know that in the beginning, I was chasing dividend stocks. After you've watched so many YouTube videos about how I make $100 a month with dividends, or how I make $1,000 a month, or I'm super rich and I'm living my life off dividends and I retired early, you start to want to join that. So the first thing you want to do is find the stocks that are the cheapest and pay the most in dividends, so you can spend the least amount of money to make the most, which already doesn't make sense, but that's what I was chasing after. In that chase, I discovered a stock called IVR. Now, I don't have the metrics with me at the moment, but basically with that stock, it was worth about $4 a share, and it had a double-digit dividend yield. And when I checked dividend.com, it showed that the last monthly dividend that it paid was 50 cents. So I'm thinking, okay, I can make 50 cents off a $4 stock? That's insane. And the other thing I noticed was that a couple of months prior, it was worth about $16 a share. So my thought process was, A, this stock's really cheap. B, I can make 50 cents a month on this cheap stock. And C, it was worth a lot once in the past, so it's probably gonna be worth that much sometime in the near future. I did no studying, I just bought it. And soon enough, about a month later, each stock dropped about $1, and that 50 cents dropped to about a 3 to 5 cents, somewhere in the single digit cent dividend payment. And for that stock, it's pretty smart because it keeps you from losing so much money in the stock market. But for my mindset, I realized that was the dumbest thing ever. And since then, I've grown to be a long-term growth and dividend investor.
Wait, hold on. Wait. You're talking too fast. You're talking too fast. Long-term growth and dividend investing. Can you explain to me what that is? Because obviously, you made it up. You must have made it up.
Okay, I'm gonna tell them you can listen if you want. All right. So a long-term growth and dividend investor is someone that searches for stocks that have the growth potential based off their mission statement and what the company is all about, and just their overall history. But on top of that, kind of like the icing on the cake, also pays dividends. It may not be extremely high, but it does. And it's even more beneficial when the company uses their profits mostly to contribute back to themselves, because then it gives them more opportunity in the long run, if they choose to increase their dividend yield. So it kind of works in itself. My financial mistake number 2 involves credit cards. #adulting. I got my first credit card at 19 years old. It's a Bank of America Cash Rewards card that I still have to this day. It's the primary card that I use a lot better now. So over the first couple of years, I started with a $1,500 limit, and over time it increased to the point where it got to $7,200. And I remember one night I went with a couple of my friends to a bar to watch a UFC match, and me and my friend were at the bar, and he's like, hey man, I was gonna buy some drinks, but I don't have too much money, so I can't buy much. And my response was, don't worry, I basically have $7,200. No, I don't have $7,200. I don't know if it was the excitement. Yes, I do. It was the excitement of just being out and saying something stupid for the approval of somebody that was already a friend. It was dumb already, and I was probably financially more knowledgeable than they were until that moment. I had to remember, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know this now, or all of you know this now, your credit limit balance is not part of your net worth. That's how people get in debt. That's how I got in debt. It's gotten a lot better since then, but that was really stupid. That could have put me in a lot of hurt. So the third thing is stock related, but it's probably this general thought that a lot of us, including myself, have had at some point when we're investing. And that's, I wish I would have started sooner. Kind of like this YouTube channel, but neither here nor there. And I thought about that especially because of when I could have started. So it was probably back in 2013 when I was working at the bank. I think I had been there for a couple of years. My manager was handing us goodie bags, which she did a lot. It was really awesome. I appreciate that. And in one particular goodie bag, it had a lot of gifts, including this gift card. It was for $5 towards an investment app called Stockpile. So technically the first investment app I ever used was Stockpile. Mind you, even though I worked in a finance-based company, I knew nothing about investments except apparently you can put a lot of money in and get a lot of money out at the same time. Yeah. So I downloaded that app and I made my account, redeemed the $5. I had no idea what stock to pick, so I just picked the very first company that I knew of anything about. And when you're a college student, you have to stay up late studying for engineering exams. The first company that's probably going to be a part of that lifestyle is Starbucks. So I invested that $5 into Starbucks, and I'm pretty sure at that time Starbucks was worth about $55 a share, and it was also a dividend paying stock. Mind you, I knew nothing about dividends. I didn't know that companies did that. I couldn't define a dividend if I wanted to back then. That's just where I was. But I had that stock and I didn't touch it for a long time. Fast forward to May of 2019 when I got serious about investing and I moved money into this current Robinhood account that I have today. I was funding it and I remember, wait, I think I have a Stockpile account. So it took me days to remember that information. I logged back in and I saw that my $5 turned into about 8 or 9, which isn't a lot, but thinking about it in hindsight, had I taken the time to actually study investing and get really interested in it, which I probably would have because I am now, back then, I probably would have invested into one share of Starbucks, which again was $55 a share. And within that period of time, Starbucks grew to be almost $90 a share. So that's almost a $35 profit I would have made had I invested in just one share. And who knows, I probably would have bought 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever. And had I learned more about dividends, I would have been able to realize that that money could be reinvested into that portfolio and it would have continued to grow over time. And that could have been a lot more money than just $9. So that's why I really wish I would have started back then. Now granted, I made a decent amount of money now, and I can't say at this point that I wish I would have started yesterday because I started almost 2 years ago. But I do wish I would have started back then. I'm sure a lot of you guys are thinking that now, but honestly, they say that the best day to start something is yesterday, which, I mean, you can't really go back in time, or if you can, I mean, let me know. But definitely look into investing today, especially with fractional shares being an added feature to a lot of brokerage apps. Not having a lot of money shouldn't be an excuse at this point. So with that being said, those are the mistakes that I've made over the past couple of years. I'm definitely learning from it. Hopefully I can do better. But definitely, like I said, leave a like if you enjoyed this video and leave some comments below on some of the investing mistakes that you've made in the past. Funny stories. I love talking to you guys. If there's sad stories you want to talk about, that's okay too, as long as we're learning from them. And speaking of learning, make sure you guys check out some of these other videos, which I hope help you guys on your investing journey as I have in mine. I appreciate you guys watching this video, and until next time, take care.